Welcome to GDPR by Noor. In this lesson, we will focus on the difference between personal data and sensitive data. Getting this wrong in practice leads to underprotection of high risk information or unnecessary barriers on low risk data. We start with the definition of personal data. Article 4.1 defines personal data broadly, does not limit it to the names or ID numbers. It covers any information that relates to a living person who is identified or identifiable. Here, identifiable is the keyword. If you can single out a person from the data directly or by combining it with other data, the GDPR applies. Key point, it does not have to be sensitive to be personal data. Even a work email address is a personal data. Sensitivity is irrelevant to this classification. Recital 26 provides the practical test. You must consider all means reasonably to be used, not just your own system, but any third party who could re identify the data. Factors include cost, time, available technology, the state of technological development, and the purpose of processing. The threshold moves over time as technology improves. This is why pseudonymized data remains personal data. The original identity can still be recovered with the right key. Truly anonymized data, where re identification is no longer possible, falls entirely outside the GDPR scope. Here you can see what count as personal data. The most important point is when in doubt, treat it as personal data and apply GDPR. Cookie IDs, device fingerprints, GPS coordinates, and browsing histories all qualify. Financial data such as salary figures also falls here as personal data, although it's not a special category data which we will cover next. Article 9 introduces a higher tier of protection. The GDPR calls these special categories of personal data. The term sensitive data is common in practice but not the legal term. The reason for more higher strict rules is explicit in Recital 51. These categories carry a higher risk of discrimination, stigma, or serious harm to fundamental rights if disclosed. The key rule, processing is prohibited by default, and Article 6 lawful basis alone is not enough here. You need that plus one of the specific exemption listed in Article 9(2). Here are 9 special categories data from Article 9. No other type of data automatically qualifies as special category data just because it feels sensitive. Financial hardship data, for example, does not appear here, so it does not special category data. If data does not fall into one of these 9 categories, it's not subject to Article 9 prohibition, although it still received standard GDPR protection under Article 6. Knowing this list is essential for anyone making data processing decisions. Genetic and biometric data deserve special attention because they are technology dependent categories. Genetic data, as defined in Article 413, covers inherited or acquired characteristics that gives unique information about a person's physiology or health and which result in particular from an analysis of biological sample from a natural person. That last element matters. Data must originated from biological sample analysis to qualify under Article 413. Now let's talk about biometric data under Article 414. Biometric data is broader, but it only qualifies as a special category data under Article 9 when it is processed specifically for the purpose of uniquely identifying someone. A standard photo stored in HR file is not a biometric data. The same photo run through facial recognition software to grant building access that become biometric data under Article 9. Article 10 sits outside Article 9's categories. It is its own separate provision. Criminal conviction and offense data is not special category data in technical sense, but it carries equivalent restrictions. Article 10 also extends to related security measures. Processing is only permitted under the control of an official authority, subject to appropriate safeguards for the rights of data subjects. In practice, this affects employers who want to run criminal background checks. They must have specific legal basis under national law. General GDPR lawful bases are insufficient for these categories of data. Personal data requires one lawful basis from the 6 options in Article 6. Sensitive data requires the same Article 6 basis plus one of the 10 exemptions in Article 9(2). The default legal position for sensitive data is prohibition. You must affirmatively satisfy both conditions before processing begin. All sensitive data is personal data. Not all personal data is sensitive data. Here the list of 10 exemptions in Article 9(2). In most employment contexts, organizations rely on Article 9(2)(b). processing necessary for obligation under employment and social protection law combined with Article 61C legal obligation basis, which is more natural and legally safer peering in employment. Explicit consent under Article 9(2) sets higher bar than standard consent. It must satisfy four elements: freely given, specific, informed, and unambiguous, and must additionally be explicit. The data subject must provide a clear affirmative statement that expresses confirming consent to special category processing. In practice, relying on explicit consent for sensitive employment data is often appropriate. Given the power imbalance between employer and employee, always consult your legal team when selecting a basis for special category processing data. Real world examples. Scenario A: HR system stores employee names and job titles. These are straightforward personal data. Under Article 4.1, standard protection apply. No Article 9 involvement. Scenario B: HR system stores an employee sick leave data. Sick leave records are health records under Article 9, not just ordinary records. Scenario C: a website collects IP addresses for analytics, and IP addresses are personal data. And Recital 30 explicitly covers online identifiers. Scenario D: a gym uses facial recognition to allow member entry. Facial recognition is increasingly relevant as organizations deploy biometric access systems. Scenario E is frequently overlooked. A political party holds a list of its members, inherently reveals political opinions, placing it firmly in Article 9 territory even if no opinions is explicitly recorded. Misconceptions. Misconception 1: if data is publicly available, it's not personal data. Public data can still be personal data. The GDPR still applies. Misconception 2: financial data is always sensitive data. Financial data like salary is personal data but not a special category data under Article 9 unless it reveals health or other special category information. Misconception number 3: a photo is not sensitive data. A photo can become biometric data if processed with facial recognition technology for identification under Article 9. Misconception 4: anonymized data is the same as pseudonymized data. Pseudonymized data is still personal data. It can be recovered with site key. Only truly anonymized data falls outside the GDPR scope. So anonymized data and pseudonymized data are not same. These are the key points, and these points are the core of this lesson. Personal data is broadly defined under Article 4.1 and it covers any information relating to identified or identifiable living person. Sensitive data is defined 9 specific categories under Article 9.1. Sensitive data is personal data, but not all personal data is sensitive data. And processing sensitive data always requires two legal requirements: a lawful basis under Article 6 and specific exemptions under Article 9.2. And when you are choosing the consent under Article 9.2a, it's holding a higher standard than standard consent. And criminal conviction data is treated with similar strict protection. It's equivalent to sensitive data. Criminal data is defined in Article 10. If you need any help regarding this sensitive data protection or GDPR related questions, you can book a free consultation. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. GDPR by Noor.